I'm back for more science. We're talking about entomology, the study of bugs now. And we've been talking about a lot of facts, a lot of things we believe are true about bugs. And you can get information and facts from people, like me, like a teacher. You can get them from books. We read the book yesterday. You can get them from videos. I'm going to have you watch some bug videos. One thing you need to know, though, is that not everything that you hear or see is always true. Sometimes people and books and videos make mistakes. So you have to know that the ones that you're looking at are ones you can really trust. And I'm going to do everything I can to make sure all the information I give you is true. And as you explore more in science, you'll learn more about what information you can trust. So, speaking of information, turn to somebody who's there with you watching or nearby and tell them one thing you remember from the book that we read yesterday. Just go ahead and stop the tape and tell them, so you're not sitting here staring at me. Okay, I hope you remembered something from yesterday. Today we're going to read another book about bugs and focusing on their bodies. And so let's think a little bit about how bugs compare to our bodies. So I want you to feel the back of your hand. Can you feel the bones in there? Yep, that's your skeleton in there. Okay, now I want you to sit down. If you're not sitting down, stand up. And then sit down. And stand up. And sit down. And one more time, stand up and sit down. What part of your body did you use? Your legs. Did you use 6 legs like an insect? No. How many legs do you have? 2. And did you feel them bend? Where were they bending? Mostly at the knees. Yeah, so you have places where the bones come together. Can you feel that right there on your knee? There's a bone there and there's a bone beneath it. Might be hard to feel that bone because you got a lot of muscle in your legs. How about feeling the back of your neck right there? Stretch your head up and feel that bone. Feel kind of a bump there? That's part of your backbone. And if you go in the middle of your back, can you feel a bone there? That's part of your backbone. Goes all the way down your back. It's also called the spine. That's part of your skeleton. And stick your feet up. Can you reach down and grab your ankle? Feel the bone inside your ankle. There's not usually as much muscle there, so you can feel the bone. Yeah, that's part of your skeleton too. But remember, insects do not have bones. They are called invertebrates. A vertebrate is an animal that does have a skeleton. Luna and Jane, your dog, if you have one. Fish, birds, they all have bones, so they are vertebrates. Bugs and insects do not have bones, so they are invertebrates. They have a hard outside shell, which is called an exoskeleton. Say that with me, exoskeleton. And that holds all their insides in. And that's what they use instead of bones. We're going to read a story now about insects and bugs, and I want you to pay special attention to their body parts. Here we have the book called Monster Bugs. It's a very long book, so we're just going to take a look at some of the bugs in here. Pay attention to their special body parts. This is written by Lucille Penner and illustrated by Pamela Johnson. No bug is as big as you, but some are huge for bugs and some are fierce. This book is all about the biggest and fiercest bugs in the world. The heaviest bug is the Goliath bug of Africa. How heavy is it? Get 2 eggs out of the fridge. Hold them in your hand. That's how heavy one Goliath beetle is. But don't do that without permission. But Goliath beetles are gentle. Some kids even keep them as pets. You can see that child has a leash on it. Besides having big bodies, they have big what? What's attached to their bodies? They have big wings, yes. Not all beetles are gentle. The giant stag beetle is a fighter. These two beetles are fighting over a female. One male grabs the other in its huge jaws, lifts it into the air, and slams it down on the ground. Like they're wrestling. Look at those jaws. They look like they're made for grabbing. A mouse wants to eat this juicy bombardier beetle, but the beetle fires boiling hot gas from its rear end. Bang, bang, bang! Each burst explodes like a firecracker. The gas bombs burn and sting, and the mouse runs away. Giant water bugs stab their victims and suck their blood like vampires. The mother water bug glues her eggs on the father's back. He carries them around until they hatch. Then, if the babies don't swim away quickly, he might eat them. Those are all the eggs on the father's back. What's the stinkiest, smelliest bug? A stink bug. When a bird scares a stink bug, the bug oozes a horrible smelly liquid. The bird flies away. It doesn't want a dinner that stinks. So it has a body part that lets off a terrible smell to protect it from predators. Australian walking sticks are the longest of all bugs. Hungry birds love to eat them. The walking stick doesn't have big jaws or burning gas to fight with, but it can hold very still and hide. Look closely. Can you see it against this branch? Look over here. Can you see it? Oops. It blends in very well right there. And look at this giant stick bug is 12 inches long. Some praying mantises are as long as bananas. This one jabs a curious frog with the spikes on its legs. Pow, pow! The frog hops away, so it protects itself. Look at that body part for protection. Whoops! A praying mantis will eat anything smaller than itself, even a baby bird that falls from its nest. After eating, the mantis washes its face like a kitten. Army ants are killers. Millions of them march through the forest. They eat anything they catch: cockroaches, spiders, beetles, and scorpions. When they come to a village, even people hurry to get out of their way. Grrr. Imagine falling into a lion's den. It's happening to these ants. A hungry ant lion has dug a pit. It hides at the bottom, buried in the sand. Only its powerful jaws stick out. When an ant falls in, the ant lion grabs it, sucks it dry, and throws away the shell. Look at those jaws. Okay, that's where we're going to stop right now in this book. I want you to next watch a video about some really interesting bugs. So I'm going to ask you to watch this video. I've given you a link to it. It's called Meet 3 Giant Insects. We've just read about some interesting insects. Now you're going to watch a video about some. Then I want you to pick one of those insects that you learned about today, and in your journal, write a sentence about what insect you liked and why did you find it so interesting. What about its body made it so interesting to you? Because we're focusing on body parts today, remember, or body size or body shape. Anything about the insect's or bug's body. Good luck, and see you another time.